ZIZAN versus FETES Persanes in a battle of first dates to see which fragrance gave me better results coming up. Welcome back everybody to Joel the Nose, and doing a different type of video today. I think this one's a cool concept. You know, a common video people see on YouTube or reviewers do are comparison videos, right? So one fragrance versus the other, and they compare them as far as what they like. But I'm gonna compare two of my favorites. Actually, I have it backwards here. ZIZAN from Ormonde Jayne. I've talked about this before. This was the very first signature scent of mine in the niche fragrance world. Once I got into the niche world, this is one of the first fragrances I've had. And to this day, I still wear it all the time for important meetings, for dates, for first impressions, because it just really works well. But one of my other favorite fragrances, which to be honest with you, it's not been a signature scent and it's not been one that I necessarily go out of my way to wear, even though I absolutely love it, is FETES Persanes from MDCI and Cecilia Zarokian, like one of the hottest perfumers in the world right now. And by the way, this ZIZAN is done by Giza Schoen, who's also, I think, one of the best perfumers. He's a little bit more adventurous and avant-garde than a lot of perfumers. So these two have been staples, you know, in my collection, and I wear them a lot. Like I said, this has been more of a signature scent. This has just been more of one of my favorite ones. You know, just kind of brief introduction. If you've never seen or worn ZIZAN, this, you know, starts with a lemon, lime, bergamot opening, and then it kind of goes into this beautiful mid-range of violets and bay leaf, and then it drives down into this really sexy vetiver musky. So it's definitely kind of a sexy musky fragrance, and you know, maybe not for everyone, but it works really well for me. And FETES Persanes is a little bit, this is, you know, kind of a, I'd say it's a little more of a spicy cardamom fragrance. It's also got bergamot at the top, but then it goes into this kind of like cinnamon, rose, cedar, vanilla dry down. It's just more, you know, just, this to me is more unisex. This one to me is a little bit more masculine. So this is what happened. I went on 2 dates in the last week. First one was about a week ago. I wore ZIZAN because, again, I wear it a lot on first dates. So how I'm gonna test this is, did I get a second date out of it? How did the date go? Did I get a compliment? Did they notice the perfume? Because, you know, whenever I meet a woman for a first date, one of the things we always talk about are fragrances and perfumes. Once they know my passion and, you know, kind of, they find out I have a YouTube channel, it's always a great topic of conversation. I love, of course, to talk about it. I could talk about it forever, and I usually get a lot of, like, you know, questions, right? Because most people I meet don't know a ton about fragrance, and most of them have been collecting, or, you know, have maybe a few designer fragrances and really know nothing about the niche fragrance world. So anyways, I love talking about it. And so I put on ZIZAN, I wore it for this date. The date went really well. We had great conversation. You know, when we greet here in Miami, when you greet a person, you usually greet with a hug and a kiss on the neck and cheek, and also when you say goodbye. So I always make sure I have plenty on my neck so they can smell it, you know, on the front and the back, so they're going to get a good whiff and maybe even be left with an impression if it sticks on their skin. That's a really, I guess, you know, kind of great way of allowing them to remember you, because of course scent is so strong and powerful with memory. Let me say, first date, again, wonderful woman, went very well, but no compliment, no, you know, necessarily asking me about the fragrance. And most importantly, there's going to be no second date. You know, there may be other reasons for it, but again, it is what it is. FETES Persanes, which is not my signature scent like ZIZAN, I got to say, on the second date I had, did get a compliment, did get a, you know, question about what I was wearing, and ultimately now I have a second date coming out of it. So in the battle of ZIZAN versus FETES Persanes, FETES Persanes is going to win this competition. And I'm going to give my reasons why I think it won. I think that ZIZAN, to the right person, the right woman, this is extremely good. As I mentioned before, I've gotten a lot of compliments over the years. I think though that kind of vetiver musky dry down some women love because they love that sexy animalic musky scent. Other women, you know, not so much. I think FETES Persane is a much more unisex and a fragrance that a woman would wear. And I've really found that women kind of generally really like on my skin fragrances that are truly unisex and are ones that they could wear because they smell them and they like them themselves. This is a little bit more spicy. It's a little bit more sweet. It's not musky. And, you know, I just think it's, you know, very sexy. It's created by, you know, of course, Cecile Sorokian, who I think does, you know, really good unisex fragrances, and one that I think a lot of women love. So there you have it in the battle of ZIZAN. Sorry, it was in the light there. ZIZAN versus FETES Persane from MDCI Parfums. MDCI is going to win this competition this time. I'll continue to do other things like this, and hopefully you found this useful, because for those of you who are going out on dates, this might help you. I'll be back soon with another video. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you found this video useful, you'll get more content like this. Check out my, of course, Instagram, JoelTheNose, just like this channel. And if you haven't signed up for ScentXplore 2021 coming up in December 4th, go ahead and click on the link below and get signed up now to still get a discount now before it goes to full price. And you get some extra benefits by signing up now. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace and love.